Have you ever imagined living in a place where cars have been banned for over 500 years, where cable cars are used like daily buses, and where cows have their own tunnels and get regular massages? Welcome to Switzerland, a country that feels like it stepped out of a fairy tale, but is very much real. Tucked away in the Alps, this small, landlocked nation holds traditions and customs so unique, they seem like they're from another world, or maybe another era. Today, I'm taking you on a journey through the 15 most fascinating aspects of Swiss life, things you probably never imagined actually existed. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about how a modern society can function. Switzerland covers just 41,285 square kilometers, smaller than many US states, but its cultural impact and place in the global imagination are enormous. With a population of around 8.9 million people in the year 2025, it's home to more than 1,500 crystal-clear lakes, scattered between deep valleys and towering mountains. The iconic Matterhorn rises to 4,478 meters, its unmistakable silhouette featured on Toblerone chocolate bars sold all over the world. But maybe the most jaw-dropping location is the Jungfraujoch railway station, perched at 3,454 meters above sea level, the highest train station in all of Europe. The air is so pure that scientists measure global atmospheric quality from there. Breathing deeply in a Swiss alpine village is literally inhaling what many consider the cleanest air in Europe, like each breath in Zermatt is worth 10 spa sessions. In Beverly Hills, could you live in a place where just breathing is considered a luxury? Imagine waking up on a winter morning and hearing nothing. No honking horns, no engines revving, just the crunch of fresh snow underfoot, and maybe the distant chime of cowbell. In Zermatt, nestled at the foot of the Matterhorn, cars have been banned for over 5 centuries. Not a modern eco-trend, but a tradition dating back to the medieval era. The only vehicles allowed are small electric carts and horse-drawn carriages, plus, of course, your own 2 feet. In Murren, another alpine village, the only way in is by cable car. There are no roads at all. Locals ride up and down the mountains, every day in cabins suspended by wires, like living in a permanent amusement park. Except to them, it's as normal as taking the subway. Weekly groceries, new furniture, even construction materials. Everything goes up by cable car. Can you imagine hauling your supermarket bags in a cabin hundreds of meters above the ground instead of tossing them in your car trunk? In Switzerland, cows aren't just farm animals. They're practically royalty, with custom-made cowbells that can cost thousands of Swiss francs. These alpine ladies have their own annual parades, crowning festivals, and even tunnels built specifically for them to cross mountain roads. In certain regions, cows get daily massages and have diets overseen by nutritionists, producing milk considered among the best in the world. And it shows this milk becomes more than 450 varieties of Swiss cheese, with the average person consuming over 20 kilograms each year. There's even a museum dedicated entirely to fondue, where you can learn about its centuries-old history and the quirky etiquette rules that go with it. Like the tradition that if you drop your bread in the fondue pot, you either owe a round of drinks for the table, or in more old-school regions, you must dive into the nearest lake, no matter the temperature. Would you accept that challenge or guard your fork like a hawk? The oldest dating app in Switzerland isn't digital, it's the mountains. Traditionally, Swiss women would invite potential suitors on intense hikes to test not just their physical stamina, but also their temperament and compatibility with mountain life. Imagine hiking 2,000 vertical meters on a first date while keeping up pleasant conversation and trying to look charming despite the sweat. This alpine courtship ritual is just one example of how the mountains shaped not just geography, but Swiss social life too. And when relationships don't work out, there are breakup cafes, real establishments where couples can end things in a calm, neutral setting, with trained mediators ensuring the split is civil and drama-free. If these Swiss traditions feel like something out of a parallel universe where simplicity and sophistication go hand in hand, don't miss our upcoming videos. We've got an entire series diving into cultural oddities from around the world that'll expand your mind and flip your worldview. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive, whether it's wedding rituals in the Himalayas or tea ceremonies in Japan. Every culture has its hidden gems, and we're here to discover them with you. Throwing out your trash in Switzerland is practically a ritual. Every resident must buy official garbage bags with unique serial numbers, available only in specific colors and sizes depending on the municipality. Disposing of waste without the proper bag can earn you hefty fines. There are even trash inspectors, yes, that's a real job, who may sift through unauthorized bags to find clues about the offender, like an envelope with an address or a receipt. In some alpine towns, improper disposal doesn't just mean financial penalties. It can lead to public shaming, with your name printed in the local paper as an environmental violator. Recycling is equally intense, separated into ultra-specific categories. Not just glass, paper, and plastic, but different colors of glass, specific types of plastic, and metals sorted by composition. It's common to see Swiss folks hauling 6 or 7 separate bags on recycling day. Would you risk fines and local gossip by throwing your trash out wrong in a tiny town where everyone knows your name? Swiss festivals are windows into a past that refuses to disappear. In Zurich, Sechseleuten marks the end of winter by burning a giant snowman figure called the Bög. The faster its explosive-filled head ignites, the nicer the summer is predicted to be. During Rebbe villagers carved lanterns out of turnips for nighttime parades. Traditional alpine weddings often happen in forest clearings, with brides wearing handmade dresses that can take years to complete, adorned with natural elements and fertility symbols. In Geneva, the Escalade Festival commemorates the city's victory over invaders by smashing a large chocolate cauldron filled with marzipan candies, honoring the legendary housewife who, legend has it, poured boiling soup on enemy soldiers scaling the city wall. Could you see yourself joining a festival where your role is smashing chocolate pots or carrying a carved turnip through a torchlit procession? In a country where precision is sacred, even social interactions follow unspoken but strict rules. Hanging laundry outside on Sundays? In many alpine towns, that's a serious breach of peace. Making noise after 10 o'clock at night might earn you a visit from the police, called by neighbors who can hear your footsteps through the ceiling. Being even a minute late is seen as a major character flaw. After all, if Swiss trains can run to the second through mountains, what's your excuse? In small villages, greeting every single person you pass is expected, even if they're strangers. In rural areas, failing to make eye contact during a toast is believed to bring extreme bad luck, a tradition rooted in medieval times when eye contact ensured your drink wasn't poisoned. Could you survive in a society where even your laugh volume is subject to social codes? Switzerland officially recognizes 4 national languages: German, French, Italian, and Roman. A rare feat for such a small country. Crossing from one linguistic region to another can feel like entering a whole new culture. Swiss German is so distinct from Standard German that even native Germans often struggle to understand it. Kids start learning a second national language at around 8 years old, and a third just a few years later. Many Swiss effortlessly switch between 3 or 4 languages in a single conversation. With about 25% of the population being foreign-born, linguistic diversity goes even further. Portuguese, Spanish, Serbo-Croatian, and Turkish are widely spoken. In Swiss Parliament, sessions are conducted in multiple languages without translation. Each representative speaks their native tongue, and the others simply adapt. Could you thrive in a place where switching languages depends on which street or shop you're in? Switzerland exists in a curious time warp, where ancient traditions and cutting-edge tech don't just coexist, they enhance each other. In villages where cheese-making techniques haven't changed in centuries, you'll also find world-class research labs. 17th-century wooden homes are now topped with sleek solar panels. In winter, autonomous snow-clearing robots roam streets, where herders still blow 4-meter-long alphorns to call across the valleys. Swiss watches embody this paradox perfectly. Centuries-old craftsmanship combined with innovations that stretch the boundaries of quantum physics. On rural farms, it's common to see farmers using smartphones to monitor soil microbiomes while planning crops based on lunar calendars from pre-Roman times. In Switzerland, tradition isn't the opposite of innovation. It's the foundation for it. Could you adapt to a lifestyle where your cutting-edge smartwatch comes off during pagan seasonal festivals, with monthly living expenses between $2,800 and $3,800 per person? Switzerland often tops the charts of the world's most expensive places to live. A simple coffee can run you about 25 Brazilian reais, and a modest apartment in Zurich might go for over 10,000 reais a month. But for the Swiss, these prices aren't outrageous. They're a reflection of a society that values quality and sustainability over mass production. The minimum wage in Geneva is around 10,000 Brazilian reais a month, the highest in the world. This cost-quality relationship spans everything. Swiss chocolate is more expensive because the ingredients are better and the chocolatiers are master craftsmen. Public transport is costly because it's spotless and always on time. Medical services are pricey because they're among the best on earth. The Swiss see these expenses as long-term investments in collective well-being, choosing to pay more for something that lasts decades rather than buying cheap and disposable. Would you spend 3 times more on a winter jacket knowing it will last 15 years instead of buying a new one every season? At first glance, Switzerland might seem full of contradictions. A place where ancient customs and modern tech live side by side, where strict rules coexist with deep personal freedoms, where isolated mountains produced one of the most globally connected societies. But maybe the real Swiss secret isn't chocolate or watches, it's balance. In a world growing more polarized by the day, Switzerland shows it's possible to value both preservation and progress, both community and individuality, both tradition and innovation. The same mountains that once isolated Swiss valleys became micro-laboratories where human society evolved in its own way, offering us a glimpse at alternative futures. In an age of rapid urbanization and cultural sameness, Switzerland reminds us there's beauty in doing things differently, at your own pace, with care and respect for nature's rhythm. Which part of Swiss life surprised you the most? The car-free transport system, the strict social rules, or maybe the royal treatment for cows? Let us know in the comments which tradition you'd love to see in your country. If these insights into Swiss life blew your mind, this is just the beginning of our global adventure. Subscribe now to get notified about our next videos, exploring bizarre and beautiful customs from every corner of the globe. And if you know someone who loves culture, travel, or just seeing the world from a fresh angle, share this video with them. Every culture holds its own wonders, and together, we're here to discover them all. See you in the next video, where we'll continue unraveling the mysteries and magic of our extraordinary planet.